Hi children. We have completed our skeletal system, but we haven't started reading that portion. So today in the session we are going to read about the skeletal system. Okay. So take page number 85. We shall read. Okay. You can repeat it with me. Skeletal system. The skeletal system is a framework of bones, also called skeleton, that gives support to our body. There are 206 bones in an adult human skeleton. The following picture shows the different parts of the human skeleton. Skull. The skull protects the brain. The skull of an adult human being generally contains 22 bones. All bones in the skull are fixed except the lower jaw. The movable lower jaw enables us to talk and eat. The upper and lower jaws have teeth. Next, rib cage. Ribs are thin and curved bones that form a cage in the chest called the rib cage. The rib cage protects our heart and lungs. Most people have 12 pairs of ribs. A long bone at the center of the chest called sternum holds the ribs from the front. The ribs are also attached to the backbone at the back. However, the last two pairs of ribs are not attached to the sternum and so are called floating ribs. You can feel your ribs by running your fingers across the chest. Next topic, backbone. The backbone protects the spinal cord. It is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae. The backbone is also called the vertebral column. You can feel your backbone by running your hand along the central portion of your back. Next, you can see there small notes given. The floating ribs do not float around inside our body. They are attached to our backbone. Sometimes people can be born with an extra rib. That we have discussed when we were just watching the class. I have discussed it. You can see the what I have told. Okay. So we shall move to the next page. Okay. Page number 86. Limbs. We have two pairs of limbs. The upper limbs or arms, and the lower limbs or legs. Upper limbs. The upper limbs have two parts, the upper arm and the lower arm. The upper arm is made up of a single bone called the humerus. Children, that name all you have to study properly, humerus, okay? It is joined at the elbow to a pair of bones that form the lower arm. A number of smaller bones form the hand, which is attached to the lower arm. Lower limbs. The lower limbs also have two parts, the upper leg and the lower leg. The upper leg is made up of a single bone called the femur or the thigh bone. So children, that name also you have to study properly. It is the longest bone in the human body. The lower leg is made up of two bones that join the femur at the knee. The feet are made up of a number of smaller bones. Girdles. Girdles are ring-like bony structures connecting the skull and vertebral column to the upper and the lower limbs. There are two girdles present in a human skeleton, the shoulder girdle and the hip girdle. The shoulder girdle connects the upper limbs to the body. It is made up of the collarbone and the shoulder blade. The hip girdle connects the lower limbs to the body. Next, functions of the skeletal system. The functions of the skeletal system are as follows. The skeleton gives shape and support to our body. Without the skeleton, our body would be floppy like a jelly. Forget about walking. We would not even be able to stand. Different parts of the skeleton protect our soft internal organs. The skull protects the brain. The rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. The backbone protects the delicate spinal cord. Okay, third one. The skeletal system allows the movement of different body parts. Fourth one. Many bones in our body are hollow. They are filled with a jelly-like substance called the bone marrow. Blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. Now children, floppy meaning is hanging or falling loosely. That means without the bone, the muscles will be floppy. Okay. Then more than half of the total number of bones are found in your hands and feet. Okay. In feet and hands, there are many small bones which are attached to each other with the help of joints. Okay. That's why we can fold our fingers and feet. Next, bones are stiff and fused. How are we able to move the different parts? It is by with the help of the joints only. Each bones are attached to the other bone with the help of joints. That is why we can move that area. Okay. So we are stopping here our reading session. So the next pages will be read in the next class. Okay. So children, read once, not once, thrice. That means 3 times you have to read minimum. Okay. More than 3 you can read, no problem for me. But less than 3 you should not. Okay. So take care children. Bye.